Hello viewers, today I have come with another presentation video on the topic of regional economic integration, which is also a part of international business management. So please check the video till then, and if you would like to understand this concept in a very simplified manner. So what does the term regional economic integration indicate? So there are two terminologies in this concept. One is regional integration and the other is economic integration. So takes regional integration takes place when two or more countries cooperate and work closely in the interest of peace, stability, and prosperity. On the other hand, economic integration between countries happen when two or more countries cooperate to eliminate a variety of trade barriers with an objective to promote a set of economic goals and objectives. Trade barriers can be anything tariff and quotas like tariffs like tax imposed on imports to a country. Quotas are the limits put on the amount of imported goods as well as other border restrictions. So these are the trade barriers. So in basic form, economic integration, regional economic integration signifies removing trade barriers in international business. So this is the actual definition. Regional economic integration refers to an agreement among countries of a geographical region to reduce or remove tariff and non-tariff barriers, encourage free flow of goods, services, information and communication technology, investment, infrastructure, or other factors of production. Some good examples of economic integration are NAFTA, Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation, and European Union. So what are the levels of economic integration? So first is the free trade area. In free trade area, countries eliminate all the trade barriers for member nations. However, in terms of non-member countries, a country can independently decide its trade policy or restrictions with non-member country. Example is NAFTA, North American Free Trade Agreement. The second type of economic integration, that is regional economic integration, is custom union. In this type of union as well, all trade barriers are removed among member nations. However, there is a common external trade policy when dealing with non-member nations, which each member has to comply with. So this is the basic difference between free trade area and custom union. Or else the rest is same. So the only difference is that there is a common external policy regarding trade laws governing the non-member nations with respect to member nations. That is, in free trade area, a country can independently decide its own trade policy with non-member nations. However, in custom union, this cannot be done. The third one is common market, where uh, member nations remove all trade barriers among them. Also, it allows free movement of labor and capital within member countries. And in common market integration, there is no restrictions on immigration, immigration, capital flows within member nations. That is, in terms of work, visa, work permit is not necessary for people when they are when they want to work in member countries. Also, similar like uh, custom union, there is a common external trade policy with non-member nations. An example is common market for Eastern and Southern Africa, COMESA, which is known as COMESA. Uh, the last one is economic union, where there is a economic agreement to remove all trade barriers between member nations and come to a common economic policy. So, in terms of economic union, there can be a common currency, fiscal policies, common tax rate, monetary policies. So, this is the highest form of regional economic integration, where countries even share a common currency. Also, besides that, I have already told monetary policy, fiscal policies all should remain the same for member nations. Common or good example is European Union, where they are moving or heading ahead for a common currency to be used in European Union. Some of the advantages and disadvantages of regional economic integration include, in terms of advantage, this type of integration create more opportunities for trade. Also, several goods and services can be made available at cheaper price due to removal of trade barriers. Also, it provides employment opportunities for people living in member nations. And there is a strong consensus among member nations in terms of any economic policy or movement of goods in terms of international trade. Also, such type of cooperation leads to stability of the country, political cooperation. There is a market efficiency, and regional economic integration can be considered to be the building block for global integration. Apart from that, there are non-economic benefits as well, such as peace, security, and stability of countries. However, regional economic integration has also several disadvantages, which are as follows. Each country preference may be different in terms of ideology or sovereignty, geography, or there can be several pertaining issues for member countries as compared to different member countries, such as connectivity, communication, etc. Such may create a variation in terms of the economic regional economic integration. Also, this form of regional economic integration creates a trade diversion. That is, there is a exchange of goods and services or restrictions of trade practices with non-member nations. So such type of you know partiality can create a trade diversion. Also, there can be employment shifts and reductions. For instance, countries with cheap labor would get enhanced production facilities. In other words, most countries would be aiming to those member countries where labor would be cheap, causing employment reduction in the other country or other member country. There is also loss of sovereignty, as already discussed. Preference based on political ideology and sovereignty differ in terms of different member states. So there is also a loss of sovereignty. Also, once there is a lack of complementary policy for uh, any member state or any member country, would adversely affect the member countries. Lastly, such form of integration can also be considered as a non-inclusive integration because there would be conducive international trade environment between member nations only. However, if there are countries who might not be a member of a particular regional economic integration, so there is a trade diversion. Thank you.